What is up, dtube? What is up, Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk about dtube basically being a dematerialized video value system. And I get it that you can argue it is not fully dematerialized. Hey, you need to use a computer, you have some screen interface, and I get that. But the way I see phones going, the way I see technology going, and the way I see the dtube value system going with the new blockchain, I would call it a dematerialized video value system that basically has the best reward system and for video. And as we know, video is the future. And how they solved it when I take a look at it, and this is also, I see how good the new smartphones are going to be, and they're getting triple cameras now. Literally every single person will be able to record super high quality video quite soon, because everyone will be able to afford, when smartphones go down in price, everyone will be able to afford one of these super high-tech phone that has triple cameras on the rear side and probably dual cameras on the front side. This means video is going to be so huge. And that means huge market potential here. A lot of production. So, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about this. dtube being a dematerialized video value system. The thing that always annoyed me, and even to this day annoys me with the Steam blockchain, that is, there was never a lot of production. It's quite hard to ramp up a lot of production, and even to this day, if I can go look at trending, I can look at all this stuff. There is not enough comments. There is not enough real interesting content being produced. Mainly because the entry level is, oh, you need to be a blogger, or you need to be a commenter. The way dtube solved this is, well, you just have to click record. You just have to click record and you're good. Like one button, you can just talk, you can show something, you can record a bird, you can record a tiger if you live close to tigers. But the core thing is basically you can have production of a lot of interesting stuff. Almost anything you record can be of interest. It can be interesting. So the dematerialized aspect. What do you need to have a cool value system? What do you need to have? You need to have a high output of production, real stuff that is being produced, something really original, which video is, and you need to have a system where you can reward. Everyone can reward, equal opportunity in terms of reward. And then you need some system that gives people token first. You need something that rips a lot of value out to the average user. And that is what this Avalon blockchain is basically solving. And this was also something that I was looking at with the Steam token, that it wasn't really mega liquid. And I always felt that, well, can't we speed up this, click on a button to reward someone with some little thing? Isn't the main value the content? Of course, the main value is the content. I mean, the one-click tap to upvote something, that should not be the main value. The stuff that's being produced should be the main value. So this gets very interesting with this dematerialized aspect here, because I mean, it was all already kind of going to that place with the Steem blockchain where the reward system kind of works very fast. You click a button to reward a post on the Steem blockchain, right? But you always felt, or on the Steem blockchain, at least I felt it a lot, that you kind of feel like, well, you had to use your brain to sort of think, okay, is this a lot of value that it should get rewarded? Because much stuff on the Steem blockchain was, maybe they made one photo and maybe they wrote 100 or 200 words, but then you have to use your brain and really think, well, is this really mega value? Are they really? And this was a big thing for me personally. It was like, I was looking at it like, is this person going to be around? Yeah, are they just doing some quick thing here and then they're going to go away? And that was the case with many stuff. So you get this thing with text content and photo-based content where you don't really know if someone is going to hang around. You don't know, because how much have they really invested time, energy, resource into the platform? So you can, for example, support someone. This was a big problem with the Steem blockchain is, yeah, you can support someone for months or maybe even a year, and then they're just gone. Like, they're just gone. And that is, it's not just that the person is gone, but the time, energy, resource that you invested is also like, boom, it's just gone, right? And the interesting part about video is it is this group of people that you know is going to hang around. Like, they're really, really interested in technology, or maybe not technology, but they want to invest. They want to invest themselves, time, energy, resource into something. Like, they want to hang around, and I mean that's something that you see with a lot of. I know, yeah, I know that there are also video creators that doesn't hang around. I mean, that just goes away, right? But I would say a lot of them hang around. And it's something that you almost can call proof of seriousness, that they hang around, that they produce a lot. They want to be a video creators. They love doing videos. And it's just great with the way, for example, I noticed how reward system kind of changes, at least from my perspective, with video content is, like, you really don't have to use that much thought in terms of, well, is this content that should really be rewarded? Because it's so clear that it should be rewarded, because someone really, really invested time, energy, resource into looking at something or into producing something, whatever now it can be. So it's kind of interesting to see it finally happening, a dematerialized video value system where, like, this is a thing that many people look at. This is, so there's a huge thing now that sort of that slows down the sort of, what people many times look at is, they look at like $1 in crypto and they look at it as a physical dollar. So let's say a person earns $1 every day in crypto. They sort of many times, hello, they sort of many times, it's a dog. Yeah, this is the thing. So many times they sort of look at $1 in crypto like, that's so weird. So I used to have a dog go here. Okay, but you know, that's so weird, man. Okay, but how people usually look at this is, for example, they look at the dollar in crypto as a physical dollar. As, you know, they look at the value as not being a part of a network. This is how money changes with crypto, that being a part of a network, like that it's a stake or a share in a network, it's so much different to just regular value. So they look at the dollar as just a dollar, like a physical dollar, and they sort of attach in many ways, I think, time to it. While in fact, it's shares in a network. So $1 probably is $100 in the long term if that network succeeds. So it's basically that dollar a person is earning in crypto is actually worth more because it's more liquid. It's a share in a network, and it can 100x or even more, right? And this is, and also how, if you really look at this, when the whole value chain is in the new system, and people don't have to convert it back to a slower system, it basically means that you can even lower the cost of services. So maybe a service that costs in physical value costs $1, maybe it only has to cost 10 cents because it's worth it. It's worth taking a smaller or have a smaller fee, but have higher, more customers or whatever. Basically betting on liquidity. That the liquidity is massive value because it sort of automates things, and it makes people be able to work for a very, very low cost fee. And everyone likes, you know, the microtransactions, the small fees and everything. So it's so it's like a lot of people just get confused when they try to look at a network of value or a network of shares and try to frame it as, they're looking at it from the perspective of what is it worth in fiat value today, right? And that is where a lot of the confusion comes, because it's a brand new value system, right? But how I see this going eventually is, also now when phones are getting so high tech, where it's basically going is we're gonna have these blockchain phones, and you're gonna be able to upload videos. You can today I use a video editor. I use a video editor to on my MacBook to basically edit a video, maybe render it. But soon we're gonna have these blockchain phones. You're gonna make the video super fast. You're gonna be able to render it on your phone, and yes, you can this, but it's a little bit slow now. And then you're basically gonna send it up super fast to the cloud, to a decentralized IPFS system or something like that, like dtube. And you're basically, let's say you earn like $3 a day from that or something like that. You basically have access to, especially when smartphone prices are going to go down, you basically have access to always peak technology that can basically remove all the bloatware, all the nonsense, and people are basically going to gravitate towards what gives the most value right now, what gives the highest liquidity, and what is the main value. So in many ways, I think video is going to become, especially with dtube and this dematerialized effect, how you have a system that constantly can produce massive abundance of value at the same time as you combine it with abundance of tokens. You basically have this effect, which is the same effect that I see that's going to happen with Bitcoin and fiat, where Bitcoin is basically like this black hole that just eats everything up because it's just worth it. It's just better. It's just superior. I think we're going to see the same thing where video is going to be this black hole that's just going to eat up text and basic photo content, and everyone's just going to switch to video because it's more value, easier, faster. So all the abundance is basically going to flow to video and the highest liquidity, the highest trust-based systems. So yeah, so that's what I would like to call dtube, a dematerialized video value system. And there really is nothing else at the moment that would be able to compete with it, because, well, they just don't know what they're doing, right? Like the competitor, either they don't have the blockchain stuff in place, or they don't know about video, or they try to do stuff on YouTube, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of players in this space, but I think that people in many ways underestimate like the like how big video is going to be in terms of, like, people think, for example, that video they almost think it's over now, that like, oh, video is this small thing with YouTube, and now we're just going to go back to blogging and text-based stuff. I think or oh, we're just going to do this Facebook thing, right? I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think it's going to be the case. So the level of abundance you'll be able to create with these dematerialized video value systems is amazing, right? Because, as I said, I mean, $1 in crypto, that's like $100 in the long run. Just because, I mean, if you just look at a basic exponential curve, that is what you see. So in terms of liquidity, even earning a cent a day is going to be value, right? Because it's going to be like $1. And how people are always going to look for where is the value flowing? Is that going to be the black hole that's going to create abundance of more value, more value, more value? I think so. Because I had many days on YouTube where I just produced 10 to 15 videos a day, and it was just more abundance, more abundance, more abundance. Get more clicks, page views, everything. But yeah, I really think it's going to be the black hole that's basically going to transform a lot of stuff. It's going to transform a lot of stuff in terms of, well, it's going to make value so natural. And we already see this with YouTube, with their automated video systems, right? But it's in fiat. But it's going to make it's going to make value like a non-issue. So a big thing right now when you don't have amazing infrastructure is, well, value is a big thing. Like moving value around is a very big thing. And the reasons for that is very simple. We are not running on the most amazing software. Not everyone can afford the latest device. And you also have this effect of, I mean, all these centralized platforms, Facebook and Instagram, how it sort of gobbles up people's attention on just a lot of silly stuff. But when they see that there are better ways of creating value, they're all going to come, right? They're all going to come. And it's also like, no system is going to be perfect. There is going to come up, there probably are going to come up potential problems and stuff like that. And that is stuff that you can't really foresee right now. But people are going to learn. People are going to learn when people are learning from watching failures and success. And these systems are going to continue to evolve, continue to improve and all that. But yeah, we sort of see the general trend of where stuff is going. How when everyone has the best technology, of course people want to move towards more video. It becomes super obvious. Super obvious. So yeah, that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. Dematerialized video value system. It would be cool with even more systems like that. but I don't really see anyone close at the moment to do something interesting like that. Yeah, it's fascinating. A lot of this growth is happening because you have this doubling effect in computing power every year or so. So what you could do a year ago, now you can do it at twice the speed. Very, very interesting process there. And how you always have a larger base of people that can access it, like the better technology people get and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I want to talk a little bit about that because it's just exciting, especially when amazing video apps, or when the proper apps are going to be out as well on smartphones, because we still have to use a lot of desktop to check stuff out, right? But yeah, it's just the beginning, especially on with video communication. Yeah, it's cool. Have a great day, dtube and the Steam blockchain. Bye bye.